Guys, it's Hook here. Today I'm going to show you the easiest way I found to get all 3 of the PSYKER class-specific trophy/achievement/penances. These are not even close for killing a poxhound with Brain Burst, and as a bonus we'll also show you how to get Serial Killer using the same Brain Burst. Going out with a bang for blowing yourself up and killing an elite on Malice Threat or higher, and Cliffhanger for killing 7 enemies in 2 seconds by knocking them off a ledge with your powers. I did unlock a lot of these in private matches with a friend and a couple of bots. Stick around to the end of the video if you don't have anybody to play with, because I'll show you how to play solo with bots. Let's do Not Even Close first. This is the Brain Burst skill you will want, or its upgraded variant, Brain Rupture. So while you're in a mission, you want to be just listening out for the dog when you hear it bark. And it's time to hit down on D-pad to execute your Blitz skill and start charging that ability. And when you see the dog, you want to lock on and then kill him with that ability. The achievement description said the poxhound had to be pouncing, but in my experience, it didn't have to be. Now, there is a general trophy requiring 20 consecutive headshots called Serial Killer. You can easily get this with that same Brain Burster ability. Just jump into mission number 1 and use only that ability, and you'll quickly rack up your 20 headshots, thereby unlocking the trophy/achievement and its associated penance. Okay, let's do Going Out with a Bang. To make this easier, you will want to use a staff. I'm using the electrokinetic force staff. And the reason for this is when you overload with the staff, it's guaranteed you will explode. Doesn't look like it's guaranteed if you just use your abilities. Okay, so now we just need to find an elite to blow up by blowing ourselves up. So I'm in a mission here and I'm constantly keeping my overload percentage pretty high, 75 to 85 range. Alright, so here's an elite. So now I'm going to take that overload up to 100%, run up to him and explode and hopefully kill him. And there you go, unlocked Going Out with a Bang and its associated penances. Now let's do Cliffhanger. This is the skill, Psykinetics Wraith, that you need, or its upgraded variant, Venting Shriek. Additionally, I'm taking the Blaze Force Sword because when you block with this, it pushes, and it seems to push with your psychokinetic powers, which helps with the trophy. So I used mission 4 for this because there's a couple of areas that are really good for ledges. This was one of the missions I did in a private mode with a friend and 2 bots. Stick around to the end of the video if you want to see how to play solo with bots if you don't have somebody to do it with. So just follow along while I show you the ledges. Okay, this is our first ledge. There are normally enough enemies here to get your 7 kills, but there's not a horde, so try it here, and if it doesn't work, I'll show you the next one. So I'm pushing with the sword, and using the ability as they get close to the edge. Okay, let's go a little bit further into the mission and show you the second ledge area, which I think is actually better. So here's the second ledge area. This one's better because you actually will get a horde here when you drop down into the area. So here's our horde. And as you can see, it's pretty easy to push multiple enemies off the ledge here, especially if the horde's large. So let's take a look at actually unlocking this achievement. So I pop the skill, and I'm constantly pushing with that force sword. And with the combination of the initial push and the force sword, enough fall off within those 2 seconds, and you unlock the trophy/achievement. Okay, let's cover how to play solo with bots. While you do need a friend to start a true private match, you can play matches with all bots if you make a few changes to the game options and the way you start missions. Note, the method I'm showing you works on console, but probably won't work very well on PC. So head into your game options, then interface, then scroll all the way down to the bottom till you find crossplay. And you want to turn crossplay off here. Next, head on over to the mission type that you want to do. I'm going to show you Mortis Trials, but this will work with any type of mission. And when you get into the mission screen, select Mission Terminal options. And the server that's shown at the top there is your default matchmaking server for the region that you live in. We are going to change it to something else. I live in the USA, and the time I'm recording this, it's mid-morning for me, but my phone tells me that it's the middle of the night in Australia. So I'm going to set this to South Pacific, and then go start a normal public match of Mortis Trials. But because I have crossplay off and we're searching in a matchmaking server in Australia in the middle of the night, it will hopefully fail to find any other players. And good, it did not find any other players, so I'm just going to ready up immediately in the lobby here. And now I have started my Mortis Trials match and I have 3 bots with me. Now remember, it is a public game, so technically people still could join at any time, but again, because crossplay is off and the server is in Australia and it's in the middle of the night, I should be fairly good to run this mission however I like, just with bots. If you want to play with bots, then give this a try, maybe it'll work for you too. And that's it guys, that's how you can easily unlock all of the class-specific trophy/achievements for the PSYKER and their associated penances. Hope that helps, and I'll catch you in the next one.